all the season's best. The big plays of 2008, featuring the top 7 marks.
On the other side of Rioli.
Goals.
Scotty Lucas, a magnificent goal.
Tackles.
Oh, we're seeing it all this afternoon.
And clangers.
That was looking like the easiest goal that Stokes would ever kick.
Joe Stanley picks her top 7 hot bods in the AFL. Who's number 1? Stephen Curry and Dave Lawson put their unique spin on the season with their top 7 moments. Superstar Gary Ablett rates his 7 best players for the year. Who wore the sexiest gown at the Brownlow? We ask Sonia Kruger to pick her number 1. Plus all the dummy spits, the big hits, and much, much more on the season's best. And now, please welcome your host, Hamish McLaughlin.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the season's best. What a great time to be in Melbourne. Well, after 176 home and away games and 8 finals, the Cats finally take on the Hawks for the flag this weekend. And what better way to celebrate a sensational season than a look back at some of the highlights and some of the lowlights of footy in 2008. From the marks and the goals to the fashion and the dummy spits, and lots more, including Brent Harvey counting down the league's most dangerous 7 players. Here's a sneak peek at what he has to say about his number 1.
Look, I think he tricks himself sometimes when he gets the footy because he's unpredictable. He'll have a shot from anywhere. The other good side of it too is his body work. He's very, very strong, and when he hits you, he certainly hits you hard and he stays hit.
I wonder who Halves is talking about. We'll find out a little bit later on the show. But joining me, one of the best that's ever played for Essendon, and the triple premiership player, Tim Watson. Still much loved. And back from Vegas, the pin-up boy from Essendon, Bachelor of the Year, Andrew Welsh. And premiership player and Brownlow medalist, Jason Ackermanis.
Hello to you, Hamish.
Boys, nice little sort of genre of age and beauty and lunacy. Sets it up for a nice big show this evening. What a season we've had. We've had Buddy kick a ton. The Cats have just lost the 1 game. Halves finished as a saint. The power went completely out in Adelaide. Big winner on Monday night for you, big boy.
Yes.
And we still don't even know the grand finalists. What's been the highlight, Acker?
We know the grand finalists. We don't know the premiers. We're going to find that out. There's going to be a ripping game. But Adam Cooney for our club, what a wonderful play, what a wonderful season. Monday night, fantastic. Fantastic. Awesome.
And Welshie, the Bombers came back in a sort this year. What was the highlight for you?
I think the emergence of Buddy Franklin. He's going to be a superstar over the next 10 years and a great player.
Plenty of Hawks fans see so. And Tim, you've watched more footy than anyone else in Australia this year. What was the highlight?
I think probably outlawing the handstand for me. The most self-indulgent thing I've ever seen on a football field.
Do you know how hard it is to do? You've never done one.
No, I've never done one.
It's so hard to do. It's not easy after a game too when you're stuffed. Last thing I want to do. So I'm happy with that.
Very hard and very selfish. But boys, let's start the show with a bit of fun. It's our first countdown, the top 7 clangers of 2008.
Great kick. Stephen Milne's been busy today, buzzing around, but only the 1 goal. He's off. What can you say about that? Going to go long, looking for Lynch. Back of the pack, an easy goal. Oh, an easy goal for Kinley on the net to save. But he had a fresh area, the young man.
Kick one from behind the boundary line. This time he'll line up from 50 and probably miss it altogether, but important one for Melbourne.
Oh, that's out on the full. The circus has come to town and it's Corey Jones. All he has to do now is kick it to the man in the mark and we've got the full bag.
Wants to play on quickly. Looks for Reshaw. He's already kicked one from the boundary line today. Well, that's going in the wrong direction.
I think Reshaw's watched his father kick during his career. Wouldn't be his uncle.
Long option finds the ruckman. That's the kick.
Sylvia went in the J-Mar direction and marked.
Oh, and he missed it. Why didn't he go back and have the set shot? Why do big blokes do that, Shorey?
Because they're over 6 foot.
Selwood appears. Kick towards full forward and working to the front. Steve Johnson. Handball, casual one into the goal square. And Stokes misses. And that was looking like the easiest goal that Stokes would ever kick.
Well, Matty Stokes will be hoping he doesn't do that this weekend. Tim and I, we just talk about the footy. You boys are in the hot seat and not a clanger to be seen from either of you.
No, I don't do clangers.
Well, she'd be pretty happy, wouldn't you?
I was immaculate all year, 100% effectiveness.
What
100%
game have you been
effectiveness.
watching, people? Clearly the Bulldogs fans know that. Look at that. See, you're right on it.
Well, they're all worthy nominations, but how could you go past this as the season's #1 clanger?
Ball back into play. Johnson with a little toe. Chaplin. Roden. Kicks it around the body. What's he doing? He's going the other way. He thought he just kicked the screamer in the yard.
Blacker, you were there. You were there. You saw it from about 30 feet. Did you go and have anything to say to David Rhett?
I couldn't stop laughing. There were two things sillier than that kick. My boots and that streaker.
Well, Tim, have you ever kicked a sensational goal for the opposition?
No, I battle kicking goals for our own team, so I don't get anywhere near kicking for the other team.
Tim, you played for 37 odd years. Ever a goal for the opposition?
No, not even in primary school, Hamish.
Well, congratulations to David Roden, but still to come, Gary Ablett with his top 7 players for the year. And after the break, Steve Curry and Dave Lawson, they bring us the most ridiculous moments of season 2008. But let's not forget the fans in the outer. Over 6.5 million of them push through the turnstiles. They love their footy, and that's why we love them.
Keeps it in initially. It's trickling. That could be the goal of the year.
I'm not sure if it was, Dennis, but we will find out soon here on the season's best. And boys, tackling has become the new black. And Welshie, you're the fashionista amongst us. Is Essendon putting, and the Dogs for that matter, more emphasis than ever before on the tackles? Yes.
Yeah, well, Matty Knight's emphatic about us guys sticking our tackles, and I think with the speed of today's game, if you can't be soft and lazy in your tackles because goals can get kicked so often. And Matty Knight's, if you miss a tackle, you're going to know about it straight after the game.
I mean, I used to think tackle was something that was in my fishing box, but then it's all changed. It's all changed, I tell you.
Tim, I was looking through your stats earlier on. 17 years, 3 premierships, 46 All-Australians, Essendon Hall of Fame. Absolutely. In your most prolific tackling season, they're 11.
Yeah. I overdid it that year, Hamish. Too much on my defensive side of the game that year. But it's a great feature of the game, and I think it's a part of the game now that actually is recognised as one of the great skills of the game.
That's why the smaller forwards and are getting hired for their tackling. If you're fast and can tackle, your offence will look after itself. They're literally getting games now.
Well, you see Fev tackling, you know it's an important factor. But there were more than 19,000 tackles laid over the year. Let's count down the 7 best.
Breaking down, but right now McDonald. Oh, what a bounce that
a tackle. You're right, that's a great tackle. He's pinned that arm. Well, kids at home should get a video of that. That is the perfect tackle.
Davey lurking, not quite. It was a strong tackle. Got him by the jumper front on.
It's a sleeper
Up
hold.
near the collar. Look at that.
That is beautiful.
Fraser, Medhurst, under pressure. Russell, pressed him, took him down, holding the ball.
He doesn't get caught too often, Medhurst, does he? Not in the black and white.
Straight down the corridor again. Moore. Sidesteps one, not the other. Oh! Dumped by Copeland, who made the most of the opportunity to put him into the turf.
O'Keefe or Buchanan. Buchanan's got it. He's in trouble. Outstanding tackle from Campbell Brown.
He's like a dog after a bone there, Campbell Brown.
Oh, look, you talk about goals of the year and things like that. See that on replay 4 or 5 times. That is brilliant stuff from Brown.
Well, they've got to do a bit more of this. This is what, when they're a good side, a dangerous side, doing this stuff.
Great chase. Oh, we're seeing it all this afternoon. Great goals, great marks, outstanding tackles.
Actor, you were there. You're the Bulldogs tackling coach. What did you like most there?
Oh, just the intent to get him. I was 20 metres behind Farron Ray, and I'm going, kick it, and he thought that he was clear. And what he's a Queensland guy, okay? Fantastic.
You were saying pass it
Yeah,
inside.
Kick it to me. Kick it to me.
Hey, Hamish, can I just say something too about Campbell Brown? I don't think he shows enough desperation.
He's unbelievable, isn't he?
You see him clamouring over the top of 4 blokes to get to the ball in after the tackle?
The only time, Tim, the Cats have been beaten this year, 65 tackles.
85 tackles Collingwood had that night, yeah.
This weekend, the Hawks going to have to do the same?
Well, they're going to have to do something similar the weekend. Yeah.
Well, boys, 19,000 tackles over the season. Here is the season's best.
Good attack on the ball by Hanson. Kerr gathers. Being chased down by Black. It's a beauty. That'll be in the highlights reel.
No doubt about that. That is a match winner.
Acker, you've grown up in Union and League territory. Could you fault the tackle then from Black on Kerr?
Perfect. Running down from behind is the hardest tackle to make. He's got momentum, and to not go into his back, and you saw him just grab his body weight, take him down, and you didn't see him go forward hardly at all. Perfect.
Well, she's still nothing from you on the highlights reel.
Yeah, I know I've been struggling so far. I thought Matty Lloyd would have got a berth on the tackling one. He's made some massive tackles this year.
Hot bods are coming up, so don't get too nervous.
I'm off.
Our next guests are the stars of Toyota's footy commercials. A great gig. Not only do they get to meet the icons of the game, they get to run them over in golf carts, drown them in sauce, and taunt them with pigs. And have a look at the lengths they've gone to in their latest with Kevin Bartlett.
Well, I am going to be you, KB.
Are you really?
Yeah. What? Does it look good?
What? Ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, big warm welcome, well done for Dave Lawson and Steve Curry. Boys, nice to have you on.
G'day. Yeah, thanks. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Now, Dave, start with you.
Yep.
You've made the yellow jersey more famous than Cadell Evans. Where is that from?
Yeah, this one's the old Shepparton Football Club jumper.
Yeah. So Dave can't even walk down the street in Shepparton anymore, usually because he's too drunk. But apart from that, he gets mobbed.
Am I right in saying the jumper's got slightly smaller as the commercials have gone on?
No, that's the wool mix that we're using on it. It's shrinking.
And the player's gotten a bit bigger too, but yeah.
Now, Dave, when you did that in the commercial, you shaved your head.
Yeah.
Did you have it for a couple of days? You walk around?
No, I had the plan to. So I went home, and I've got a girlfriend.
Really? That's great news.
So yeah. Round of applause for that.
She's bald too, so that's a little awkward.
Well, she has 7.
Yeah, that's the first one, and I said I might keep for a couple of days, and she gave me the. Oh yeah, if you like. And so straight away, had to get rid of the rest of it.
Oh no, you got to have a beautiful face with lovely eyes to pull off a haircut like that, and you've done it. You've done it.
Now, boys, you have trawled through the archives. You spent the best part of 17 days.
Yeah.
burrowing in the gallows of Channel 7. You've come up with the top 7 season-defining moments.
Yeah, it was tough. We had, what was it, 4,000 hours of footage to get through?
Why would you lie? Probably 21 minutes.
It's television. It's television, Carrie. You'll learn about it soon.
It was a compile of 21 minutes, and we've whittled it down to 20. So
we need your top 7.
All right.
What have you come up with, Steve?
No worries. Well, OK, let's start with number 7.
Yeah.
Now, this is the hands in the back rule has been contentious. Is this or is this not hands in the back? Let's have a look.
I love this one. This is...
Righto. Perfect, good technique.
Here we go.
And no, I don't. Yeah, that. I think that's technically hands in the back. Look at that little cap.
And that's for all those moments where you've had the perfect sit over your sister and just haven't taken it in case she's dobbed on you.
Take that
just
ideal hanger, and it doesn't quite work.
Now the next one, this one. It's a bit of home footage, actually, I'd like to show you. We had a little bit of a barbecue.
This is a 9:30 slot, by the way.
Yeah, no, this is the other one. We had a bit of a barbecue down at the family farm.
Why wasn't I invited?
Well, you weren't invited because of the cat and the peanut butter incident at the last family barbecue we had. And so it's down at Coldstream. We've invited a few footy legends along. My mum's put on a bit of a barbecue spread. And Dipper's there, and he said, would you mind if I ride one of your horses?
Which horse do you want to ride?
Well, he couldn't ride Archer's Barbie because that was too...
rough?
It's a bit rough for him.
Yep. No
so
worries.
he went... we've put him on Kerry's Affair and we've stuck him on... And this is how he's repaid us. Check out this.
Fiery, not much of a stayer, but here we go.
Here he is.
Oh, Dipper! That's how he repays your parents' hospitality.
Just to point out, that was the buckskin, not Dipper, wasn't it?
No, that was Dipper.
Is a disgrace. How much did he drink that day?
A 30-can block, and he ruined my dad's good saddle. So now this other one,
Number 5. This is number 5.
Number 5. We're having a look through this. This surprised me. Buddy Franklin's 100th goal.
What a moment!
Look, check who's in the crowd here. This is going to surprise a lot of you.
Steinsy. Oh, there you go. And he's and that's night time, right?
If you're thinking we've cut some footage together, we haven't here. This is the real deal.
And then that's daytime. There we go, Steinsy. He loves it. There we go. Steinsy wants to go on, but he's stopped by the security guy. Wow, that's
plenty of buddy love.
Yeah, anyone who says we spliced that cheaply is just
that was
kidding
the
themselves.
actual footage.
That is the stuff. Now, this is number 4. Now, this is the last one we're going to have before the break, I believe, but this is an absolute cracker. And what it's about manners. Now, Brendan Favola was invited to a 21st earlier in the year.
Down in Gippsland.
Down in East Gippsland. And he RSVP'd, and he said that he and the lovely Alex would be there with actual bells on. Not only were there no bells, there were no Favolas, and this is what happened.
This is the actual audio too, I will point out.
Hey, Bev, tell him what you think of him.
All right, mate, you ruined my 21st, mate. You ruined my 21st. Mum put on party pies. Your cousin's come down from Narnagoon and everything. Nah, he RSVP'd. Narnagoon, they come from, and you couldn't even turn up.
Wow. And that is the actual audio. The technology they've got these days.
I think they've got mic'd. I think the goal umpires and the posts and the Narnagoon boys actually mic'd up.
Yeah, they do.
Lucky and fortunate.
Absolutely, isn't it?
Boys, we're going to hold it there. You're going to get the top 3 season-defining moments after the break. Plus, Kangaroo star Brent Harvey counts down the league's most dangerous 7 players. And Joe Stanley takes us through something we're not qualified to judge. The AFL's hottest body. It's all here on the season's best. Plenty of excitement in the studio. Welcome back to the season's best. Well, we're very lucky to have Steve Curry and Dave Lawson with us. Boys, very, very popular. 4 down, 3 to go. The season-defining moments.
That's
Where are we
right.
at?
We are getting to the pointy end now here. Dave, can I throw you a hypothetical?
Yep. George Clooney.
Not that one, mate.
Okay.
Not the Desert Island one.
Okay.
Okay, you're playing football.
Yeah.
Okay, you get knocked down to the ground. It hurts.
Yep.
What do you do?
You cry.
No, you don't cry. What do you do?
You cry and tell the teacher.
You don't. Okay, just get off the crying thing.
Yeah.
What you do now is you do what is now known as the Chance Bateman technique. Check this out. 4 manoeuvres. Down, Dak, trip, gone. Let's see it in slow motion. Down, Dak. All right, here we go. The all-important trip.
There's the trip.
And gone. So he was never there. And the umpire goes, saw you, mate.
And when you just got to pretend like nothing's happened when the Daks have come down.
Yeah.
Just in front of 80,000 people.
Yeah, it's
now,
like
the next
falling off your bike,
we were very fortunate to have this footage. This is actually footage from the Sydney Swans change rooms.
And now this is the real. Is this the real audio as well?
Real
last
audio.
time it sounded a little fake.
No, this is the real deal.
Right, no worries.
Check this out.
Oi, Paulie, you better not be drinking a lime surprise there.
No. It's a green gremlin, 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a lime surprise. Did you get any donuts?
No, I didn't.
What, you didn't get a deal?
No, I just got the drink.
You just got them for yourself? Mate, next time you get them for the whole team. If you're going to get yourself a lime surprise, get them for the whole team.
Yeah, fine.
Selfish,
Fine.
No iron team.
I don't know. I'm starting to suspect that's not the real audio. But,
No, I'm not sure that's the real deal.
All right, no worries. Now, we've got down to number one, ladies and gentlemen. Number one. OK, and now what we have found here is what we would like to think is the greatest streak in VFL, AFL history.
This is textbook.
It is. If you're going to do a streak, check this out. OK, the ex-president of surfers. He evades the tubby guard. He runs off towards the fence. Now, watch out for the crate.
It's the booster box here. He's dropped this down. He doesn't need it.
Down comes the booster box, right? He says, no booster box, I'm just going to use my balls as a lever. And then the gatekeepers come in, shut the gate, and he's off. Keep an eye on him, keep an eye on him. Right, he's got some clothes there. There he goes for his second bit of clothes. Watch the person with the wig running off in front of him too. Here, he disappears into the crowd, leaving this woman to pray for more PPs.
That was a clinical performance up in Darwin. It was like a Swiss watch, sort of Ocean's 11 execution.
If you're going to do it, we don't want to encourage streaking to the kids at home or whoever, but if you are going to do it, that's how you do it.
Do it well.
Yeah. Aka, you've played that Darwin game 2 years in a row, two streakers. Catch a glimpse of anything you like?
It's a ritual. I was down the other end. I really didn't like the tan lines of that guy. It's Darwin. You can get a tan. Surely you'd know, look, I'm going to streak. I'm going to go to the solarium just, just to get it right. But no, he was fantastic. Very funny. The boys are like, have a look at this guy. Look at this guy. It's not really that cold.
Well, boys, unbelievable 7 defining moments. Thank you. You're going to stick around for the rest of this little thing. Well, dangerous was a bit of a buzzword this year, so we asked one of the game's most decorated players, Brent Harvey, to count down the 7 most dangerous players in the game.
There's a lot of different types of dangerous players on the footy field. One that springs to mind would be Jonathan Brown from the Brisbane Lions. His ferocity at the ball, and when you're around him, you know you're going to get hit, and get hit pretty hard. But a different type of dangerous player, I believe, would be like a Cyril Rioli, who's a fantastic player. Anything can happen when he's got the footy. He kicks goals from anywhere, and his tackling ability is amazing. Adam Goodes is obviously another sensational player, very, very dangerous, hard to match up on, because if he goes forward, he's taller than most taggers, and when he's in the midfield, his aerobic capacity is amazing. And look, when he gets the ball, anything can happen again. He's known to take 3 or 4 bounces and kick the ultimate goal, and he's certainly one that can turn a game. Gary Ablett, very, very dangerous player, strong through the hips, and you cannot tackle him. I can remember our coach said to us one day when he was telling us up, don't tackle Gary Ablett, just corral him. I've never heard that before from a footy coach, so he's very dangerous, and not only that, his goal-kicking ability to go forward and, sensational finisher. Leon Davis probably kicks the best goals of the year 3 or 4 times, and probably could win the award 3 or 4 times every year, but when he gets the ball, no matter where he is, he's probably going to have a shot at goal, you know that. He's not going to pass too often, but you don't pass when you're as good as Leon, and, they're going to sail through for 6 points. Yeah, one from left field would be Scott Pendlebury from the Collingwood Football Club. Just because of his ball use, every time he gets the footy, he's going to hit a target. And in today's game, with the pressure that goes on, it's a pretty good effort. And look, if he wins the ball forward of centre, there's every chance it's going to end up in a goal. But the person I believe to be the most dangerous in the competition would be an ex-teammate of mine, Daniel Motlop. Look, I think he tricks himself sometimes when he gets the footy because he's unpredictable. He'll have a shot from anywhere. The other good side of it too is his body work. He's very, very strong, and when he hits you, he certainly hits you hard and you stay hit.
Well, Brent Harvey, one of the game's greats, and he said Daniel Motlop is his most dangerous player. And I ask you, Welshie, there's two types of dangerous. One, the Jonathan Brown, I'm going to get killed, I'm terrified, dangerous. And then the Chris Judd, I don't want to play on you because you're going to carve me up, dangerous. Who would you prefer to play on?
I'd probably go the Jonathan Brown type, because if he knocks you out and you take it off on the stretcher, you still get the nice applause and I'm going, well done, young man. But if you get 10 kicked on you by Judd, you get bottles thrown at you on the way off. So I'm going for the stretcher all the way.
Aki, you agree with that?
Absolutely. Nothing worse. I love when they go, hey, courageous, mate, really courageous.
Tim, you played in a different era, 80s. You were lucky to survive the games. Who was the most dangerous you played with?
Well, Roger Merritt was probably the most dangerous player that I saw in the time I was playing. And he was on my side too, Hamish. He was dangerous.
Boys, who's the most dangerous of the legends? You've run over Kelvin Burke, you eliminate him.
I reckon Plugger.
Yeah, Plugger, just his handshake's pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Did he know the pig was on the way out?
No idea.
Did he know the crowd was coming out?
No.
Did he threaten you at all?
No, he was a bit too tired. He'd driven all the way from Bowral, did the shoot day, and then drove all the way back to Bowral without sleeping. Now, that's a man. I just don't think he
There was
sleeps.
one point where he had us up and he dropped us and he landed on top and your arm was underneath him, wasn't
he
it?
thought it was still funny. I didn't. At that point...
he brought his own wardrobe too, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And you certainly weren't going to tell him to change it.
No. Yes, Mr. Plugger.
Boys, thank you very much for coming on.
Before we go, we do have one more piece. Is that all right?
Please, you run the show.
We'd really like to show you this one. This one, for me, sums up what the game is all about.
It's got everything. It's got the Anzac spirit.
Yep.
It's got
friendship.
Look at this. Here we
Check
go.
this out.
Watch this.
This 14-year-old kicks into his side. He doesn't know he's been hit. Let's count. 3, 2, 1. I've been hit.
Hang about. I'm down. All right, I'm down. OK. Just watch this. Keep an eye on this. And you go, he's down. OK?
See a light.
Here we go. He's going, I'm cold, man. I'm really cold, man. I just promised Dad to keep me head down, man. I just want an Anzac biscuit. Up he gets. Here we go. He doesn't want to let his teammates down. That's an Aussie thing. Up he gets. Watch this. Now, watch this for teamsmanship. The boys come over, pat him on the head, pay him out about his rat's tail, and he says, it's not a rat's tail, it's just a strap that keeps me glasses on. And walks back, and his dad, Plugger, in the crowd, is proud as punch. Look at that.
Well played, boys. Wonderful to have you on the show. Tim, did that Anzac remind you of anyone?
Hamish, the only thing we didn't see, Hodgie spat blood at the weekend. Apparently that kid started spitting red snakes after that.
Boys, great to have you on the show, as always. Good luck for the grand final. We love watching the show. Still to come, we count down the year's biggest hits. And after the break, Joe Stanley brings us the AFL's hottest bodies. That's all here on the season's best.
Going in hard there, Cruiser. Pavlik somehow did it all himself from 60. Kicks to the goal square, bounces through, it's a goal.
Good's off and running again. This time sidesteps a tackler.
Too easy.
65 out, goes the distance, unloads, and it is raining goals for the Sydney Swans.
Lynch, he dumps it from outside 50. That's a monster. Scott, that's one of the goals of the year. Griffin, goal square's empty. Kicks it very low. He's gone the torpedo. He's gone the Hail Mary.
Some long goals. Particularly Ryan Griffin. You're watching the season's best. And we are just 3 sleeps from the AFL Grand Final, and you can catch it all here on 7. Now, our next guest, she loves her footy. Probably more accurately, she loves her footballers. Please welcome Joe Stanley.
My footballers, not, you know, too closely. I'm a happily married woman.
Very happily married, but happily also to take on the very, very big assignment of the hot bods. You trawled through 600. We're going to get to those in a minute.
Look, I researched that over and over and over and over.
Before we get there, because every female in Australia is dying to find out what you found. Tim, you've got something for us.
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have, Hamish. I've been a little bit worried about ACCA because it's been a fairly ordinary year for ACCA. They lost on Friday night. No, I feel sorry for them. They lost on Friday night. He didn't get too many Brownlow medal votes on Monday night. He missed out on the Brisbane Lions coaching job. Yeah. So we decided to put your 7 best moments of the year together, Akka. Take a look at this.
Akka is doing the handstand.
Unfortunately...
Well, we tried to do one for you, Timmy. Unfortunately, we didn't have one. So... At least I had one.
Hey, the good news is that Akka's, you're playing on again next year, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. No, it's not. I'm contracted, but it's going to be my last, I guarantee you. I'm going to tell you right here.
The Bulldogs didn't want him to play on next year, Hamish, but he's playing on again next year.
Now, Welshie, you may just want to pay attention to this next segment because the girls in makeup are very excited, but you may well just feature here, Joe. You went around the country, every training session, gym session,
that's right,
pool session,
that's right,
and some shower sessions.
I've been very hands-on in my research, I'll say that. No, look, you know, we've had a very exciting season of football this year, but when your team starts losing, sometimes you need to look elsewhere for stimulation. And what better place to look than on the footy field in any team? So I've got the top 7 hot bods for this year. Starting with number 7, is it Andrew Walker, not Welshie, sorry. Yeah, it's Andrew Walker for Carlton. He's at number 7 because I'm a Collingwood supporter, essentially. And if I can't get my man in black and white, at least get their shirts off, is what I say. Now, he's a very pretty man. He's got that dark, brooding look going on, perfect abs. And I do like to look at the sort of scenario that has led to this particular photo being shot. He's by the pool, but he's wearing business pants. Now, obviously, that's a little unusual, but I think what might have happened is he dropped his lunch in his Dax and he's just looking for somewhere to hand wash them, obviously. So that happens all the time, doesn't it, gentlemen? No. OK. Number 6, we've got Luke Hodge. You'll notice he's got beautiful blue, brooding eyes. He's very grumpy there. Tell me, you've done these photos before, Welshie. Are you allowed to smile in these sorts of shots?
No, they just say, look really serious. He's doing a good job there.
I think he looks like he's got a serious hangover.
He looks much better than those shots of him when he was a kid. He's a really fat kid.
Was he?
He's got the shaved view. He had the shaved view there.
Moving on to number 5, you've got Justin Sherman from the Brisbane Lions. He's completely hot, but he's only 21, which alarms me because technically I'm old enough to be his auntie. But notice how bad, I mean, I know the abs and everything's beautiful. He's got wet jeans. That's helpful. You've got to throw a bucket of water on the jeans, which makes it hotter. Very bad hairdo, though. He's gone flat at the front, spiky at the back, like he's sort of done this upside-down mullet. Terrible.
Joe, does anyone have any body hair anymore in AFL football, or is that a thing of the past?
Look, well, you should look at Welshie. I've got more body hair than he has.
After all the research, what do you think? Is hair out or in?
Hair is coming back. For a long time, it was complete no hair whatsoever, and that's completely hot. It makes it much more lickable, I'll say that. But the hair is coming back. Again, at the Hawthorn Football Club. He is very beautiful and much lighter looking than we've gone dark so far. He has... No, do you think those abs are painted on?
Airbrush.
I don't know. All I know is when you look at the full shot, he's very talented, if you look a little closer. And
He's the full... He actually... Joe, he is the full package, isn't he?
He is. I think he's the only person that's been put in only jocks because they saw potential there. But did you notice... I don't know if you're aware of this, that Michael Osborne is actually planning a campaign to get them to change the share in football from leather to gold lame, as it was in that photo.
Oh, right, that was what it was for, yes. Clearly IQ is not one of the strong points of any of these people, is that right?
Sorry,
IQ, apparently IQ.
I don't really know what that is.
Well, Joey, you're doing 7, you're 4 down, 3 to go. Welshie's getting a little bit nervous, so we're going to take a break.
OK.
Plenty still to come. The biggest hits of the season. And Sonia Kruger brings us the sex, the sizzle, the plans and the controversy from the Brownlow red carpet. And we relive the greatest goals of 2008. But before we go, check out one of our boys' best efforts at the World Game.
Does he want Johnson? He does. Two. Over the top. Cusa in midair.
Out of midair for Bowler. Let it bounce. Let it run. It's a goal. He's got two. He's on fire.
Simmons with a dangerous knockdown. Shannon Grant from midair.
Thompson. Tip it at the back off hands towards full forward. Burton.
Favola and McFarlane. Favola somehow. That is absolutely sensational.
I can feel it coming in the
Welcome back to the season's best, where we are counting down the AFL's top 7 hot bods.
Yes.
Wonderful to have some glamour in the room with
Thanks,
Joe
mate.
Stanley being the
Yeah.
judging.
Yeah.
3 of us
I'll do what I
feeling
can.
very, very, very inadequate at this point.
Yes, you
Welshie's
should.
gutted he hasn't been nominated. Acker thinks he will be. 3 to go. What have we got?
See, just incidentally, I would have loved to have combined this with the top 7 tackles of the year, but that's just me. So at number 3, another Hawthorn player, Trent Crode. The interesting thing about Trent Crode, he's absolutely beautiful, and I do love that tattoo on the bicep as if it's an arrow saying, look here. Just an instructional guide. But if you do a search of Trent Crode on Google, he turns up about 2,000 times. 90% of the time, he's on a gay website. He's very popular on hotbeef.com, let me tell you. Then at number 2, we got Welshie! Finally. Now, there you are, Welshie. I've got a question for you. You're there in your jocks. Are they pulled down at the back there? Is that a bit of buttock overhang I see
There
on
was
the
a
side?
bit of buttock overhang there.
Why did they do that?
Because it makes the package in the jocks a little bit bigger, apparently.
What's wrong?
Nice
Can I just ask you one question?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your abs?
No, the airbrush sort of was a bit crooked, so they couldn't get it set out properly.
Well, all I know is I wouldn't want your buttocks on my best velvet chaise lounge, which that was apparently.
Don't be like that.
Sure, Joe.
Well,
Those 3 a.m. phone calls when you're doing the research, they'll get a bit
yeah,
much.
you could
Sure
perhaps
have that.
twist my arm.
sleepovers.
Okay. At number 1, top hottest bod of the year, we've gone with Chris Johnson from the Melbourne Football Club. There he is.
Smoky.
He's a good kicker, apparently. Look, the thing is, I quite like Chris. He's a sweet boy, but he does need a little bit of work. His eyebrows need shaping. I don't think his biceps are the best of chops, but he plays for Melbourne, so the poor love needs to win something this year. So, put him at number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Joe Stanley, one of the great judges of Hunts of Spunk. Great to have you on. Well, we're about to get into one of the season's sort of ugliest incidents, one of the biggest hits. We can't go on without mentioning the ugliest of incidents.
Well,
the Barry Hall, Milli Vanilli, the illegitimate hit.
I think this is probably the low light of the year, and there's not much more we need to say about that because it's all been said, and Barry got a little bit of a holiday, and it probably threatened to derail the Sydney Swans' year, although they were able to recover. But that's as much as we need to say about that.
Is Barry Hall going to go? Is he going to come down to us? He's going to play for the Western Bulldogs?
Well, you know better than anyone, Acker, where he might be headed at the end of this year. Will he be a teammate of yours next year?
Well, we'll see. I think.
Would you like him
I
there?
wonder where it's starting from. I don't. Well, he has to probably set up eventually and say yes, I want to stay, or no, I'm happy to go. So we're going to find out pretty soon. But if Sydney Swans have been leaking that out, which I don't know, if they are, then clearly maybe the Swans want him out.
Ooh, controversial on the season's best. Boys, our game, as you know, isn't for the faint-hearted. And this season, the players who took the field got more hits than a Britney Spears website. Let's count down the season's biggest hits.
So, Waite's kick not very good. Judd goes in hard and Judd is hurt. He's down. Judd is down.
Lloyd and Judd are down, Dennis.
just another big shepherd from Motlop, and Vince hasn't moved.
He just blasts away, hitting hope stuff. Great carriage play to Nadio.
Look at this. Both players, eyes on the footy.
Towards the wing. Wonderful pace from Burns. Wishes he hadn't. Down he went. That hurt.
Jordan Burgoyne was picked and went. The Port Adelaide
big hit from Brogan.
to the Crows. Brogan's got Jericho down. Gee, that's a big hip and shoulder. Jericho hasn't moved.
Big hit from Brogan. Both players hurt.
Stevens.
He's in real trouble there. Arm went away from the body.
Big hits, boys. No wonder Brent Harvey had Daniel Motlop in the most dangerous player. 2 there, 1 from Brogan. There must be something in the water. How did Lloydie recover from the hit with Chris Judd?
It was a bit dazed, but for people who say that the ferocity isn't there in football anymore, you just need to watch that and see how hard the guys really are going, because there's some big boys out there, and when they hit you, they hurt.
You stay hit softer these days, Tim?
Look, I'm just glad that we showed that after Hot Bods, because it's restored my faith in the game, actually seeing some of that stuff.
Well, boys, we've seen 6 big hits this season, but none came bigger than this.
They win the clearance. Wells pushes it out wide. Power up and go. Sam Power's cleaned up by Rook. And the remonstration coming.
The artist formerly known as Jared, as Dennis refers to him, Maxi Rook, will be playing this weekend. He smoked Sammy Power.
He certainly did. He wouldn't have been able to fly that had he not had that hamstring strain last year, because he went over there to Germany, he had some actual rooster's comb put in his legs, so he's been able to get off the ground since then.
Acker, biggest hit you've put on someone?
Not a lot. I haven't done a lot. I'm not the biggest man in the world. My wife, in fact, will not sit anywhere near the boundary because she doesn't like to hear the sound of bodies hitting.
I would like the
She
sound
says, I
of
don't
people
want to hear it. I
coming at
like
me.
to be right back and I like to see it, but I don't want to hear bodies crashing. She won't do it, but... Yeah.
Well, you been knocked out?
I have. I haven't been knocked out cold. I've been having a few little taps around the head, which have shaken me up a bit.
Tough game. Still to come, the marks of the season, and after the break, Sonia Kruger walks us down the red carpet at Monday night's Brownlow Medal. Welcome back to the season's best. Our next guest is more familiar with the elegance and style of the dance floor than the rough and tumble of the footy field. And that makes her the perfect person to bring us this year's top 7 Brownlow gowns. Please welcome Channel 7's Queen of Glamour, Sonia Kruger. Sonia, what have you got for us?
Thanks, Hamish. Yes, the red carpet was red hot despite the terrible weather. The girls really outdid themselves, and the Brownlow has become an event to rival the Logies in the fashion stakes. Of course, I've got my top 7 favourites, so let's start counting them down. At number 7, Bryce Gibbs' partner Lauren in a fabulous multicoloured gown. Those multicolour prints are very now, but I'd have to say I'm not a huge fan of the cutouts. Number 6 is Scott Burns' wife Jessica, who chose that stunning watermelon and peach gown. It's a great colour combo, and with Jess's fabulous figure, the gown fit her like a glove. Number 5 is Ryan O'Keefe's partner Tara, who had the best red dress on the red carpet. It's a gown by Willow, and its architectural back is especially fabulous. Number 4 is Tom Harley's partner Felicity Percival, who wore a moss and spy gown. That deep green colour was very flattering, and I loved the simple cut. I also liked Felicity's accessories, the bracelet and her sparkly handbag. My number 3 is Jonathan Brown's partner Kylie Adams, who chose an asymmetrical Lisa Ho creation. This gown is very elegant, and the vibrant magenta colour is perfect for Kylie. Coming in at number 2, Gary Ablett Jr.'s partner Lauren Phillips. Her coral furly gown is accessorised perfectly with a pewter clutch and a hot cocktail ring. But my absolute favourite and number 1 fashion pick for the night is Rebecca Twigley in that stunning white jeton gown. Grecian goddess meets Roman gladiator. It's a little bit controversial, but about as fashion-forward as you can get. I absolutely loved it and can't wait for the red carpet next year. Here's to a great grand final. Let's hope the weather's a little bit better. Fingers crossed.
No arguments from me. Big thanks to Sonia Kruger. Well, you might be surprised after all of that to learn that some of the action actually happens on the field too. Let's count down the season's top 7 goals.
Trickles close to the line. Davis, a master in this situation. That's terrific.
One for the road from Eddie Betts. Oh, absolute doozy. Even he can't explain it.
Purchase had to give it up to Carato. Back to Fev. Fev, it looks good. It looks really good. No. That is special.
High ball. Lucas at the back, third in line. It spills for him. He comes to the ground. Scotty Lucas. A magnificent goal. He salutes the crowd, and why wouldn't he?
The man on, steps around O'Brien, Robertson headed back for the square. Davey runs to the 50, sells a dummy, bit of magic. This will bring the roof down and it's not the dome.
Tap back by Michael. McPhee, he's worked hard. McPhee checks side. Is that a goal? It is. Wow. Extraordinary.
What a goal.
Unbelievable goals all year. Boys, what have you got to do to win goal of the season, goal of the year, whatever it is this year? I mean, McPhee must be almost in tears sitting at home watching that, knowing he hasn't got the #1, Welshie.
Yeah, it was an amazing goal. I think Lloydie and Scotty are usually standouts and right up there, but I think Matty might have the car in the bag with the mark of the year, so he's just trying to share it around a bit.
And while all that was going on too, Acker whispered in my ear he couldn't believe the poor quality of goals this year, Hamish. He said you really had to kick a decent goal back in 2002 to win the goal.
You've won goal of the season, haven't you?
Yes, 2002.
Just talk us through it. We've got 6 minutes, I think.
We've got the footage now. It came out of the centre of the ruck moving forward, and I picked it up. Now. I'm running inside. I tapped the ball, went around the player, picked it up.
The wind
was
the
wind was out.
Hey, don't forget the handstand you did in
there.
there.
Did a cartwheel, took a fake, did a fend. By now, I'm on the 50 on the boundary on the left-hand side, left foot kick through the goals, won the car, won the thing.
Plenty of outstanding goals this year. Let's take a look at this year's #1. Plenty of happy Hawks fans, boys. Cyril Rioli, unlucky not to win the NAB Rising Star, but he is built for this game, he's bred for this game, and he's going to be a big player on Saturday.
He is. Does he win anything? Do we give him anything?
There's 100,000 cash, I think. Tim, is he a chance to excite the crowd this weekend?
Absolutely, absolutely. His uncle Morris won the Norm Smith medal a few years ago, back in the 80s, in fact.
Yep.
I mean, he could do that again. He could turn it on Saturday like that. He is just an unbelievable
it's his first year.
And the other side of the family, Michael Long dominated in the grand final with you.
He's well bred. He is very well bred, that boy.
Boys, coaches, tantrums and dummy spits in a minute. But to take us to the break, you might have noticed a glaring omission from the goals of the season. That's because when you kick 100 and win the Coleman, you get a segment all to yourself. He's the new rock and roll star of the AFL. 2008 was all about Buddy.
Here he is. The ball lands short, though. Oh, he just gets rid of him. He doesn't exist. Brilliant. Rioli to Franklin for his third goal.
Goes to the goal square to Franklin, got him.
To get a physics professor to explain how this works, Jerry. But the left foot on.
to get on with it quickly. Does. Brings it back and kicks his fifth.
Gets goal side now with Kelvin Moore. He's got plenty of tricks.
Home it goes on 99 goals. Lance Franklin joins the 100 club. And people power has spoken. Out they come by their thousands.
Welcome back to the season's best. Well, coaching an AFL team's probably the most stressful job in the country. The pressure's immense, everyone is watching, and sometimes it gets just too much. And Tim, would you ever go back to those dark, dark days?
Well, Hamish, my coaching record speaks for itself, unfortunately. It makes about as much noise as Humphrey Bear. No, I probably wouldn't. But let's take a look at the pressure and what it does to these fine men. The top dummy spits of 2008. Number 7. Now, Dean Bailey. He lost his hair very, very early. Here he is, a lot of pointing. Unfortunately, the only way the old Demons went was down. Now, Nida kept his hair, but he lost his reputation as the mild-mannered, touchy-feely sort of modern-day coach. Had a couple of losses. Now, Choco had a year where he just kept dialing the wrong number, unfortunately for him. Eventually, though, the power was disconnected. Now, Rocket's blasts are legendary, so too is his compass. No matter where the players hide, Rocket just manages to find them time and time again. Now, the dummy spits are not just reserved, though, for the players. Maxie Hudson had a wonderful season. He wore his heart on his sleeve. Now, after this spray he gave Matty Maguire, unfortunately, he wore a bit of Maxie's spit on his sleeve. Now, Dean Laidley had one of those years. He was up and down like my father-in-law's paving, and unfortunately gave that phone a good old workout, more than Warney did. But the number 1, we'll just wait for one second.
We'll hold the number 1, I think, Tim. Acker, does any of that make you want to coach?
No, because no one's going to employ me first. But, of course, I have seen Rodney. Some of the best stuff you'll ever see from a coach is Rodney. Unfortunately, can't repeat much of it, but he is hilarious. Not at the time, but, of course, when you look back,
well, Tim, we're going to take you back. 1999. Have a look here. We saw Laidley smashing phones, Choco smashing phones. You are too depressed, too angry, and too far in decline to do anything other than to look morbid.
You know the thing about that? That was actually after a win.
Didn't know what to do with himself.
But we have reserved the best to last. Take a look at this. This is the number 1 dummy spit of 2008. Now, on the same night, would you believe it, Paul Roos actually went down at 3/4 time whistling as though he was catching a bus. There's Mick Malthouse. Now, you're not going to believe that. That was after a win. They actually won that game by 40 points. That's what that coaching caper can do to you.
It is a disastrous pastime.
Crazy profession.
Now, boys, you guys have just ruled yourself out of coaching, so let's get back to the players. If you rate the best, why not ask the best? Here is the AFL's most valuable player for the 2nd year running, Gary Ablett, counting down his top 7 players of season 2008.
I guess I'd have to start off with Lance Franklin. It's hard to match up on him. You know, you can stick a small player on him to try to keep with him speed-wise. You know, and he's normally a lot taller and is going to outmark him, or you can stick a taller player, and a lot of the taller defenders in the league can't really keep up with him. Another one of the players would have to be Brendan Favola. He's one of those players that, you know, can do some amazing things, kick some, you know, freaky goals. And he definitely is. You can tell kind of watching, you know, watching games that he's one of those players, if he comes out and he kicks 2 or 3 quick ones, he really does lift his teammates. Brent Harvey's one. Brent Harvey's, you know, the last 2 seasons have been absolutely fantastic. You know, he's a player that just, I guess, just keeps running all day. You know, he's one of those players that is always dangerous. You can never let your guard down. Adam Cooney would be another one. He's another one of those players that can run all day. He's also very quick. If you're going to kind of stick someone on him, you need to make sure that, you know, there's someone that can kind of keep up with him. He's very explosive, you know, away from packs. Nick Riewoldt. Nick Riewolt's another one of mine. He's a great overhead mark, and he's one of those players that can run all day as well, and that makes it very tough for, you know, if you do play a tall back on him. You know, a lot of the backmen can't, I guess, run with him all day, and yeah, it's very hard to stop. Another one I'd put in is Chris Judd. The leadership he's brought to the club and the way, you know, you can just tell the way they've gelled together and just the, you know, some of the footy they played this year has a lot to do with Chris's leadership down there. Another player I had in my top 7 was Sam Mitchell. You can say he's one of the best clearance players in the league. You know, he just seems to, you know, when there is a ball up, you know, just seems to get his hands on it most of the time. It's amazing how he does it, you know, so often. You know, and I enjoy, you know, kind of watching videos of him to see how he does do it, because he is very good at it. You know, he's definitely one of the players that put him in my top 7 this year. So.
Gary Ablett, AFL royalty, talking about AFL royalty. And boys, I ask you this. They were a magnificent 7. Yeah. If you had to take one with you, Acker, to play with the Dogs next year, who would it be?
Lance Franklin, for sure. Yeah, we love him. You can't get enough good forwards, mate, and forwards that can take contested marks are so valuable.
Welshie, Bomberland, who would you want with you?
I'm the same as Acker. I'll take Buddy. His influence on games. I'd set him up with Lloydie. I'd set him and Lloydie out there just to go and train the house down. Lloydie will get his goal kicking right, and he'll kick 10 every week.
Well, the boys say he's not for sale. Tim, if you're coaching next year, and I don't want to send that shiver down your spine, who would you want number 1?
Well, I'm going to go snap with the boys. I mean, Buddy Franklin is the best player in the competition at the moment. The most valuable.
This season's best marks are still to come, and they are red hot. But first, 1989 was the last time the Cats met the Hawks in a grand final. And guess what? There was a player called Ablett then too.
Gary Ablett will go very close from here, from about 52 metres. Long, probing kick, it's home. Ablett! Oh, what a mark! Check side kick, nonchalant. Ablett, look at that. Straight through the middle. Ablett over the top. Snapshot by Gary Ablett. This is mercurial stuff. Ablett on the end of that kick. Kennedy and Bud. Ablett over the top. Oh, what a mark. The short chip is effective. Goal number 7, and he pings it. Goes long down towards the pocket. Ablett is there, almost the one-hander. Finds it on the ground from 25 metres out. Here goes Ablett for goal number 9, and he's threaded it. When they write the book on grand finals, this will rank with the best of them.
Predict who'll be the next Norm Smith medal winner and go into the draw to win a Toyota TRD Orion, the most powerful Toyota ever, valued at over $55,000 and packed with features, including a supercharged 3.5-litre V6 engine, performance brake and suspension package, and a TRD body enhancement kit. SMS your name, state and the name who you think will win the 2008 Norm Smith medal to 19777 477. Toyota. Footy. Oh, what a feeling.
Yes, get on board for your chance to win the Orion V6. Not a bad way to end the season. Boys, pick the Norm Smith winner and you are home with the Toyota V6. Tim, who's going to win the Norm Smith medal?
Well, I think little Gary might, you know, because I think if he's so disappointed after not winning the Brownlow on Monday night, I think he'll want to salvage something apart from the grand final out this season, so I reckon he'll win the Norm Smith.
Imagine the old man and the son winning it 20-odd years apart. Welshie?
I'm going to go for Jimmy Bartel, I reckon. Grand finals are tough and hard and in close, and he's all that. No, so I reckon he'll get over the line for that.
Acker, you were stiff not to win one year.
Yeah, that's a long story. I think this year, I think it's going to be a midfielder, definitely, and I think it's going to be a guy like Brad Sewell. I think Brad Sewell.
Split between the two teams. Well, they're the most famous part of our game. We grew up practising them in the backyard, on the brother's head, and even on the bed. This year, there are over 36,000 marks in the home and away season. Let's count down the top 7.
Looks across the ground, Jimmy, a chance. Hits it long. Tag forms a big leap. Oh! What a super mark, Nick Gill. In the wet weather, he's taken a screamer.
And his name written all over that. Well, that's got to be a contender.
inside the forward 50. Cloak needs to come. Oh, does he come? It's 2-on-1 on the outer side. The Vales reload. Kicks beyond the wing. Oh, Ryder did exactly that by name and by nature.
Burton lurking. Oh, he's brought the house down.
It was set up for him. They had a walk, kick the ball to the top of the square. And you just sense that Burton had to run a jump. It was all over.
Crows fans will be hoping that the big Birdman stays on for another few years. He's taken some unbelievable grabs over his career. Boys, what is the greatest grab you've ever seen? On tape, live, or taken yourself?
So Gary Ablett take the pack with him. There must have been 8 blokes around him. All of them like there was a car sitting on their head, and he just let it sit straight in here. Just took it like that. Didn't even have the arms out. He had everyone at his mercy. It was like looking down on the disciples. Bang, grabbed it. Beautiful.
That was God. Welshie, have you ever taken anything that makes a highlight reel?
No, I haven't been going too well today. So, but no, I reckon Sean Smith up at the Gabba, who was playing for Melbourne a few years ago, when he was actually standing on the guy's shoulders. That's something that always sticks in my mind. Richard Champion was a great man.
Trevor Barker one day at Windy Hill took one of the most spectacular marks I've ever seen. In fact, he used to do about 1 1/4 Trevor Barker before both of you were born, but he was just the most amazing aerialist.
Well, unbelievable marks all year. Let's see the number 1.
Deverill stands and delivers to the square. Lloyd! Matthew Lloyd! That's a car. Shades of yesteryear, a flying Lloyd.
Matty Lloyd turning back the clock. And Welshie, have you got a story for us there?
When Matty Lloyd is up and about and he's kicking goals and taking marks, he's got some of the best calls. And after that mark, he's walking back to the goal square with the player that he's playing on, and he said, "Listen here, young fella, I bet you always wanted to be on a footy card. Now you're going to be on one." With the big fella sitting on his head.
Well, that is the mark of the season. Quickly, boys, the predictions this week. It's all about the grand final. The Cats and the Hawks, the 89 replay. Who gets up and out?
What I'm thinking, I think it's going to be great for the competition if Hawthorn wins. I think I'd love to see that. Well, you can't win it every year. All right, let's share it around. You can't win, many in a row.
I think that, like, Geelong's obviously the powerhouse, but the Hawks got the hard bodies in close with Saul, Lewis. Campbell Brown will be on fire, I think, in this weekend. This is what he's made for, grand finals and finals footy. But I think Geelong are going to be just too strong.
Tim, the doyen of grand finals, 3 yourself.
Yeah, look, I think Hawthorn have been magnificent, but I just think that the Cats aren't quite ready to give up their title just yet. And I think they're enjoying sides trying to knock them off and take their crown, but I just don't think these young Hawks are ready yet.
So much to look forward, boys. Heading into the grand final, don't miss Sunrise Live from Federation Square in Melbourne on Friday morning. And for viewers in Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth, footy flashbacks. The grand final marathon kicks off at midnight on grand final eve to set you up for the big day. You can catch all of the grand final day action here on 7. Kick off with a traditional grand final breakfast. Then join me on game day's grand final edition, counting down the hours until the big moment, the 2008 Toyota AFL grand final, live here on 7. Check your local guides for details. And we have to thank the gods of football calendar for our hot bods. Grab your copy on October the 15th. Proceeds going to the McGrath Foundation. Boys, thank you very, very much for coming in. Akka, you've played in 3 winning grand finals. You've lost 1. Enjoy the week. Welshie, we hope to see you in a grand final very soon. You're in front of the hot bods calendar very shortly. And Tim, have a great call on the weekend.
You too, homies. Thanks, everyone.
You've been a great audience. Thank you very much for coming in. Enjoy the big day. Whoever you follow, let's go out with a few magic moments that made 2008. And that is the season's best. We hope you enjoyed the show. Good night and bye for now.
The season's best. Proudly brought to you by the game-changing Toyota Orion. MAD, helping Australians kick goals for 150 years. Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning. And Super Cheap Auto. Everything auto and much, much more.